welcome in, welcome in. Barry Frost, welcome in. Bow Hunter, welcome in. Happy holidays to everybody. Matthew, Kathy. Well, folks, I am nowhere near where I normally film from. Brooklyn, yes, hey. I am on my way to a monument down the road right around here. It goes back to the beginnings of the reason I've named my channel, or the reason I always give the greeting, you know, from behind the Wasatch Curtain. Alohi. Aloha. So down here around the corner there's a monument. And this monument is in direct relation to Utah history. But I thought while I was going, y'all might enjoy a little bit of the urban hiking experience that nice mural on that wall down there. Peter Griffin, hey! It's good to see you, my friend. I am a long ways from home right now. I am about 1,300 miles away from where I would normally be going live. How's everybody doing today? I hope everybody's been having happy holidays. So when I Googled this particular town, Anarchy, hey, welcome. So when I Googled this particular town, the only thing that came up was that this particular town was the most racist town in America. Now, in talking to some folks that moved here from Arizona, state trooper there. Wonder what he's doing. There you go. Huh. You think he got upset because I had a camera? You think he's going to come hassle me because I'm walking down the street with a camera? No. It couldn't be. They know better. They know better. You know they know better, right? I mean, I'm here to deal with this particular with the monument that's right here on this park. This is a publicly accessible area. Got somebody's horse and his horse. His Shunka Wakan, as my brother's up there on the res in South Dakota would say. Shunka Wakan. Hey Brandon, welcome in. Okay, so Matthew the King says that the majority of people in this town are not necessarily racist. It gets a bad rep based on actually a neighboring town or a suburb of this particular town. And that's been my experience. I've been here for a few days. We came in, we wanted to kind of get a feel of the place. And in case any of you are still curious as to where we are in Harrison, Arkansas. Okay? Now, some folks I talked to, they actually have a mixed race child that they're raising. And they have explained to me that they have not experienced any kind of racism in dealing with their child and the schools. And so I'm really thinking that the reputation that this town has is more of a false reputation than anything. I've also heard, however, that the police here are not very nice. So let's go up and read this monument. I'm told that this monument pulls no punches. And that could be, Brooklyn Miss, the people within specific positions within government. And so my understanding is that is also true. The town that is nearby, the suburb, happens to house the headquarters for the Ku Klux Klan, the KKK. And apparently the one guy that's the head of that KKK, at one time, he had some political sway and or power here in Harrison. But it's my understanding that that is no longer the case. So what I'm actually here to talk about is this monument here. This monument yes, please. Thank you, Bow Hunter. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up. Let me back this up a little bit. And I'm just going to read these to you. I want to get it all recorded good. So, modern historical research has yielded information which was not readily available to those who designed the 1955 monument. Here is presented updated information and modified, more accurate map of the immigrants' route dedicated in 2020. In April of 1857, a California-bound wagon train was formed from people who lived in the area now included in Boone, Carroll, Marion, Benton, and Johnson counties, Arkansas. The train or caravan has been called various names. The Baker-Francher train, the Francher-Baker train, the Francher train, or the Baker train. All of these names refer to the same caravan train. The train was first known as the Baker train and later as the Francher train. A number of people gathered on Crooked Creek south of Harrison on and or near lands owned by John T. Baker. He got a group of his relatives and acquaintances and others to go. He took 138 head of fine stock cattle, 9 yoke of oxen, 2 mules, 1 mare, 1 large ox wagon, guns, saddles, bridles, camp equipment, and provisions for himself and 5 work hands. 3 of his adult children went with him, along with some grandchildren. His wife Mary and other children remained in Arkansas, planning to go west later if things went well in California. It appears that there were agreements for some other groups to join the caravan en route along the trail. Captain Alexander Francher from Benton County, Arkansas, had previously lived in Carroll County and had many family ties there. Tradition suggests that Alexander, like John T. Baker, recruited family members, neighbors, and perhaps others to go west with the caravan. In 1857, Francher said to have taken his wife and 9 children, 6 yoke of oxen, 8 mules, 3 horses, 4 wagons, and as many as 200 head of cattle. Francher had military experience and had spent time in California. Some of the immigrants met at Grand Saline in Indian Territory, or Salina as we'd say in Utah. At the difficult and sad journey's end at Mormon Meadows, the approximately 147 immigrants had about 35 wagons, several hundred head of cattle, and many mules, horses, and oxen. U.S. Senator James H. Berry was a teenager in 1857, living in Carroll County, when the wagon train formed. Of the immigrants, Berry said they consisted of the best citizens in that country. It was a large train and it excited large interest throughout the section of the country from which they went. The people who traveled part way with the immigrants gave information that places the route west through Washington County, Arkansas. Then they traveled generally along the Cherokee Trail through Oklahoma, Kansas, and Colorado, hence to Fort Bridger, Wyoming, and on to Salt Lake City. From Salt Lake City, the immigrants took a southern route that took them to Mountain Meadows. In early September 1857, the train arrived in a valley known as Mountain Meadows in southwestern Utah. Beginning early on the morning of September 7th, the immigrants' camp was attacked by a group of Mormon militiamen and some Paiute Indians whom the Mormons had recruited. During the 5-day siege, attackers killed at least 10 immigrant men who had fought to defend the families and friends. The immigrants were able to hold off their assailants until September 11th, when, according to plan, the militiamen entered the encampment under a white flag of truce. By that time, the immigrants were almost out of ammunition, and their means to continue the fight was almost gone. The militiamen then deceived the immigrants into surrendering their weapons and property in exchange for a promise of protection. Telling the immigrants that they would be escorted to a nearby settlement, the assailants separated them into 3 groups and escorted them from the camp. After moving over a mile upon a prearranged signal, the militiamen killed the unarmed immigrant men, older boys, and some of the wounded Mormons, and some of the wounded. The Mormons, some disguised as Indians and Paiutes, came out of their hiding places and in a matter of minutes massacred most of the remaining immigrants, including the courageous women who were attempting to protect their children and flee. The dead were stripped of their bloody clothing and left without decent burial. About 130 men, women, and children lay dead at the meadows. In May of 1859, soldiers of the U.S. Army came, searched the meadows, gathered the victims' scattered bones and other remains, and buried them. Prompted by a request from the Arkansas State Senator William C. Mitchell, a former resident of Carrollton, Crooked Creek, and later of near Lead Hill, Arkansas, Senators Sebastian and Johnson and Arkansas Congressman Alfred B. Greenwood, later President Buchanan's U.S. Indian Commissioner, worked to get the government to find and return the surviving children who were still in Utah. By the spring of 1859, with the help of Captain James Lynch and others, 17 children had been found and placed in the custody of Dr. Jacob Fordney, Superintendent of Indian Affairs for Utah Territory. 15 of them were escorted by U.S. military with civilian support staff to care for the children from Salt Lake City to Fort Leavenworth, Kansas. From there, they were taken in ox-drawn wagons by Mitchell as a special agent, with other Arkansas relatives assisting, to Carrollton, where a never-to-be-forgotten public meeting, they were delivered to the care of relatives and friends. In January of 1860, two of the oldest survivors who had been retained in Utah as possible witnesses were likewise brought to Carrollton and turned over to Mitchell for placement. 9 of the massacre survivors spent some time in their growing up years in what is now Boone County, and 5 spent some of that time in what is now Carroll County. Also among those immigrant fathers killed, 2 had small children who hadn't gone west, and thus grew up in the care of family members in Boone and Marion counties. 17 years after the massacre, a grand jury indicted 9 Mormon men for crimes related to the siege and the massacre. Many others were said to have been involved, but only one of the perpetrators, John D. Lee, was brought to trial. He was convicted and executed by firing squad at the Mountain Meadows, March 23, 1877. And then this here is in memory who was killed. I'm not going to read all of it. Those are some amazing names there, where they were from. So yeah, this is why I came to this town, was to check this out. Welcome in, everybody. If you came in while I was reading there, sorry I didn't call your name out. I appreciate everybody who's joined us so far. This is Harrison, Arkansas. This is the town that the wagon train that the Mormons massacred in the 1800s in Utah. This is where that wagon train left from, was this area here. So to go on with that story a little bit that's not on that plaque there, Utah and its LDS representatives, they drug their feet. They were asked to put a memorial up in Utah in Mountain Meadows at the same time this one was put up, which was I believe in 1955. So they put this monument up and here, but the people in Utah, they didn't actually get a monument up to honor them that were massacred until 1999, 44 years later. Now, along with that, you know, what's not on that is, you know, some of the stories about what actually went on. You know, they always wondered, like, so who was it that ordered that? You know, a lot of people say that the order of that massacre came from Brigham Young himself. Some people contend that that's not possible, that it was just the John D. Lee guy. But John D. Lee was like, at that time, apparently, he was like Brigham Young's right-hand man, is what I've been given to understand. And he didn't really do anything unless he had Brigham Young's permission, you know. And so I'm pretty sure this is a cop right here in this. He's got lights, hidden lights in his front window right there. So, but, yeah, that guy right there, he's definitely, that's a cop. 479, I can't see the rest. Anyway. Hey, Luke, welcome in. Thank you. Appreciate you. Anyway, so there was a lot of cover-up that the state of Utah and the Mormon Church did. It's my understanding that they went out of their way to try to say that the entire attack was done by the Paiute Indians. Now, just so you know, I've never really known the Paiute to be a very warlike group of natives, and I know a few. But they tried to blame it on the Paiutes. The Paiute nation, they vehemently deny having any involvement with that massacre. That they absolutely deny having any involvement. So Utah has a history of covering things up. Goes back all the way since before they were even a state. You know, all the way back to the 1850s and the Mountain Meadows Massacre, which is why I film. You know, it's hard to cover up when there's other people out there with cameras that can show what really happens. You know, so I really appreciate all of you joining me. While I'm out here, I have plans tomorrow to go live somewhere. I apologize that I don't have a gimbal or anything with me. I left Utah. I actually left my tripod and everything sitting on the table. Alright, what does this say up here? Oh, so this looks like it could be a courthouse. Please use the west door. So this is a courthouse, and I'm sure they're closed. I'm not even going to try to go in there. It's darker than hell. I got this guy across the way filming me, this lady. So we're going to go ahead and go across the street, folks. Fun fact, who's this? Rusty Shackelford. Fun fact, Chief Walkara and a lot of his people were baptized Mormons. So that is an interesting fact, Rusty. For those of you who don't know, I actually, Rusty Shackelford there, I know for a fact he's done a lot of research when it comes to this stuff. And so if he tells me that's a fact, I really don't have any doubts about that. So I don't want to go across here. I want to go across here. And there's not really a... I can't see the sign. HPR, hey, thanks for joining us. I'm going across. Alrighty. So this lady right down here, she came out and gave me a cam back. I thought I'd go ahead and come down and show the town off here. Golf sticks. Everything's closed, it looks like. Newt tattoo. Academy of Self-Defense. This lady here is the one who's taking pictures of me. And they say they're closed. See, what are they? Grandmaster, Rule, Latrill, 10th Dan, Judas, Gong. All these guys are jiu-jitsu. Looks like they do some kung fu. Some Shotokan. Nice. Nice. I'll bet these people compete with the same people I know from back home. So there's their phone number, 741-4370. That's the one who is taking pictures of me, just so you know. Rag and Bone. Well, not positive that was her. But that one just happened to be holding a camera the same way. And then you got this one here. Cambone, no haggling. We are a consignment store. Prices are fair and reasonable. Oh, and look, there's the lady in there giving me the cam back right there. That's funny shit. And they are closed Sunday and Monday. Open 10 a.m. to 4:30, 10 a.m. to 5, and on Saturdays, 10 a.m. to 3:30. So, and that would be the Rag and Bone Emporium, and that was the lady I definitely seen come out taking pictures. Apparently these folks, although they want to appear friendly, they all like to hide behind doors and be really snoopy. I'm out here, I'm not trying to be snoopy, folks. The Sanctuary Shop. Nice. Appreciate it if everyone would hit that thumbs up button. I do have super chats and that stuff active. I'm going to go ahead and walk around this square here. They call this the square. So why wouldn't we walk around it, right? The Stephenson Welcome Center, Visitors Bureau. Interesting. Now, this being the day after Christmas, you know, the thing, that's it, you know, I don't give a shit how many people take pictures of me. I think it's funny. I'm out here, why would I be upset with them doing the same, you know? You're a riot, Brooklyn, just so you know. Harness, boots, and shoes. You know, I half expected the Kung Fu people to come out and say something to me. Oh yeah, I don't doubt that, HPR. Coffee, beer, and wine. I think that's a cool display. In a world where you can be anything, be kind. Oh, there are people in this one. This one may even be open. Interesting. This one's empty. Princess, welcome in. There's some folks, they say Merry Christmas on their window. And that lady glanced up and smiled. Nothing big deal. And Dollar General here across the street. Hey, I appreciate everybody who's hanging out with me as we walk around and just check out Harrison, Arkansas, the square. Cool little burg. Got a mail guy here. They're doing their mail thing. I'll go ahead and go across. Sorry, there's a lady behind me and I really don't want to alarm her. Looks like she's getting in that car. Luke, I appreciate you being here with me. All of you guys, all of you that are chatting. I do appreciate it. It says the Times on it. The Harrison Daily Times. One of the town's oldest commercial buildings was built in 1876. The original was two-story wooden structure and was replaced after the turn of the century with a one-story rock building. The facade has been updated several times. The interior has undergone a total refurbishment in recent years. In 1954, the Boone County Headlight, a weekly publication, merged with the Harrison Daily Times. The paper was operated until recently as family business. It was funded by the Newsmans and later operated by the Dunlap and Christensen families. It is currently operated by Community Publishers Incorporated. Hello. Sorry to bug you. This is the newspaper? So I'm from out of town. I noticed the monument across the street, and I was wondering if there's anything that you might be able to tell me that's not on the plaque about that. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. I was just curious.
Out here in the front part?
No, I was actually talking about the monument over there. I read your
Oh,
guys' plaque
oh,
about your
no.
building. I think it's amazing, but
No, I wouldn't.
fair enough, fair enough. Could I ask you a really odd question?
Okay.
And you guys being the newspaper, it is probably more in your forte. Do you have a very large crime rate here in Harrison?
Uh, Probably not. I mean, it,
It's not something you guys do a
no,
lot of reporting on,
no.
right? I didn't think so. My experience here, it seems like a very quiet community. Um, One last question. I'm sure you guys have heard it before, but rumors about this place being very racist. Is there any truth to that?
No.
No. All right. All right. Well, ma'am,
Probably go to somewhere like South Carolina or somewhere. That's probably more than it is here.
right, right. Well, I'm glad to hear
Yeah.
that it's not.
No.
And my experience thus far has not shown me, that story. So, and that's the only reason I bring it up is as we as the people try to conquer things, we need to talk about them sensitive subjects sometimes.
Yes.
So,
There is KKK, but they're not in Harrison. They're way out.
and that's what I was told, that they were more of a
Outside of town,
suburb
yeah.
thing. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
all right. Well, ma'am, thank you very much for your time. I'm going to get out of your hair. You have a very happy holiday. Sorry about that, and thank you guys for sticking around. Just want to do a quick little impromptu interview since there was somebody in there. I agree, that was very pleasant. The Harrison Daily Times. Lady was very pleasant. Well, I've about done my full circuit around the square there. We're going to go down this road over here and then back up that one road where we had the people with the cameras and the cam backs. And I believe that we'll probably walk out of here. I want everyone who's here today to know that I'm probably going to be meeting up with another cameraman from the area and going live within the next few days. We're sure trying really hard to meet up. You know how that goes. Sometimes things don't work out. So this one's open. Looks like their local drugstore. Yeah, no, I agree, Matthew. I think the lady at the newspaper did really well. Oh, what? We got cops coming? Where are they going? Where do you think they're going? We got a K9. Think I can get to where they're going? I hope so. I doubt it. He looks like he's in a hurry to go somewhere. And I walked down that road earlier. And it's kind of a long road. I doubt I'm going to be able to get to wherever he's going, so I'm not going to try to chase him. And what is this place? Beautify Results. I don't see a name on it. Huh. It looks like an art studio or something in there. Or a store like this, Backyard Framer. Oh, I'll bet that's just the other side of this store. And another one that's closed down, unavailable. You know, that's possible, Matthew. Man, when he first started coming down, I thought that guy might be coming down for me. I thought, why would you come for a camera, you know, come and code? But I've heard a lot of horror stories about this town and the police here. So, you know, you always got to be a little bit nervous. So I hear more sirens. That sounds like fire there. I wonder where the fire station is. Shiny, shiny, shiny. So that siren's getting closer. I see the truck, he's over there. And he did turn up the hill. Definitely too far for me to walk to, so I'm going to bounce over here, go down this, and we'll probably let you guys go for the time being. Yeah, police and fire together both. So they have like there's a main road up that direction. There's a highway up there. I'm not really familiar with the area completely. But I laugh because they say that's up on the mountain. But the elevation here is only about 1,300 feet above sea level. And where I'm from, you know, the area where you see me videoing most often, you know, we're 4,000 and 5,000 feet, upwards of 9,000 feet. So the Walmart is up in that area, so I half assume so this right here is pretty cool. Add a rock and help me grow. I don't really have a rock to add, or I would. I think I've seen this once on Facebook. I really do. I think I've seen that once on Facebook. Hey, thank you, Matthew the King. I appreciate that. That's some good stuff there. That's some... I appreciate it when people are kind and courteous like that. You know, I heard once some guys were auditing some stuff and the cop says, oh, they're working for Google. Well, the thing is, I do submit a lot of stuff to Google, pictures, reviews, you know, And those go places, and people see that stuff. So I absolutely appreciate that you did that. Harrison has been fairly pleasant all the way around. This is the Visitors Bureau. I don't know if they're open or not. Kind of doubt it. And yeah, no, they're not, because they're celebrating the Christmas holy day. Yeah, Princess, I'll have to watch your live in a bit. So this whole building is for sale, it looks like. Says it's part of the entertainment district. Interesting place in there. So apparently everybody out here, all the school mascots, they are all goblins, I guess is the mascot for the schools in this area. Coming soon, Stuart Sticks and Strings. Cool, he's got some guitars and stuff in there. Well, I'm going to work my way out of the square area. I appreciate each of you that have come in and joined me today. I highly doubt that we're going to have any type of police encounters, negative or positive. I'm probably going to go ahead and shut down the live stream. Go do some walking. Yeah, I like that, seeing new music businesses starting. Oh, so there's the fire department. Maybe we'll walk over and check out the fire department. I mean, we heard them leave there. Let's see if there's anybody left or not. Library's down that way. So this is the fire station right here. I'll bet that's the new courthouse over there. Go have a coffee shop or a nail salon. You know, that's true. You know, nail salons, stuff like that. Those are where the biggest Karens tend to hang out, you know? And they throw a fit. Somebody over there. Oh, so that's a ministries building. Real ministries. Services Sunday, Wednesday. And this is City Hall is moving to a new location a year ago, apparently. So there might not even be any firemen in this place. But I'll bet that it's still a fire department. Yeah. I love me a big red truck. Looks like this truck is out. Nice, Princess. Appreciate it. Appreciate all you guys here. So there's me, a law enforcement officer. Over here. Harrison Police. There's another one over there. So earlier there was 3 of them posted up on this bridge right there. That bridge right there. There's 3 of them that was posted up on the end of that, like they was getting ready to gang assault somebody. Sheep show, huh? I'll have to go check that out, Princess. Look at that building over there. So here's the thing, folks. I don't know where I'm at. Not from here. Don't know what direction I'm going. I might be lost. Way cool town, like for sure. Everything that I've seen. Like one of the things I love is the trees. There are literally trees everywhere here. Like everywhere. Just a little bit on the lost side. Sorry, I'm walking into the wind if you guys are getting a lot of wind noise. I'm going to turn right up here at this corner. We'll get that wind noise off the camera. I know, so that's part of the issue here, Rusty. As you can see, the skyline, like, so I guess that's what they consider a mountain here. This here, back over here, this is a mountain, I guess. That's the Boone County Heritage Museum. It's real, folks. Now, you know, I'm not worried, mind you. Being lost is not a big deal in today's world. We have GPS, and I have an address. Hey, thanks, Brooklyn. I appreciate that. Yes, please hit that bell, folks. share this out. Yeah, so really pay attention over the next couple of days. I'm going to be meeting up with someone who's a little bit better known in this area. And I like the guy. I watch his stuff, and he's kind of salty like me. Southwestish, he says. So yeah, I'll buy that. A champ chatter in the chats. Yes, he is. I like all you guys. Harrison School District Administration Building. That place has been kicked in. That place has been all kicked in and stuff. Like, that don't look good. Oh, okay, so I know where I'm at now. I found the road I was looking for. Look at them windows. What an interesting architecture. All right, folks, so I'm going to keep you with me until right up here. There's just a really cool house that I would like to... Hey, JC, welcome in. So yeah, it's been a great little experience here in the town of Harrison, Arkansas. We just walked around the square down here, and we looked at the monument for the Mountain Meadows Massacre that was committed by the Mormon people of Utah in the 1800s. Had a few cops come by, but nobody spoke to us. Everybody drove by. I was just keeping people in the chat long enough to come up and check out this. There's one little house up here. Everybody was talking about architecture. And this one house up here really does have a oh, here we go. Now that I'm thinking about this, thanks for coming in, JC. So JC News Now, I just made you a moderator as well. So I'm supposed to be able to somehow gift some subscriptions, but it's not apparently working for me. Haha. Who am I meeting up with? Well, I really, really want to meet up with that JC News Now guy. Hopefully we can make that happen. So, you know, that the whole thing about things being racist and what have you, I'm sure that no matter where you go in America, you're going to find it. If you look for it, you're going to find it, So I guess the question then becomes, is the racism of a particular area, is that overt racism? Or is it, like everybody's trying to tell me, an unearned reputation from a guy that's not in the area actually? Or is it... Sorry guys, I'm going to come over here. Let these guys all go by. I got to get on that side, and then we can go up to that house that I'm talking about. Let everybody check out this architecture. So JC News now, my understanding is that the Klan headquarters, there's another town that is a suburb of Harrison. And as I do the more research, it looks like that particular headquarters is actually not in Harrison itself, but just a suburb thereof. Now everybody wants to say that it's way the hell away, but the reality is if it's a suburb, then it's not that far away. Matthew, so yes, so Matthew's saying that he was in the area once and he seen a section, adopt a highway signs, and it said it was that section had been adopted by the KKK. So it's my understanding that the headquarters of the KKK over there, they do everything they can to advertise that that's where they're from, and doing stuff like that, you know. So this is this house that I was talking about. I first noticed this stonework. Oh, man, that's some cool stonework, you know. Yeah, Princess, this is my first time in Arkansas itself. And yeah, I believe that's true, JC. If you're not Anglo or Protestant in the area, I can see people, at least at one time. I have family here, and in fact, I'm one of the mixed race families that are in this area, and my boy hasn't had any issues here, so. Yeah, my understanding is it's not as bad now as it once was. I'm sure there's still a lot of that going on. You know, I came today because we was talking about the Mountain Meadows massacre. This house is amazing. I'm loving it. I'm loving this stone wall around it with the additional stone added later, the capstone. Cornice pieces. This is an amazing house. Alrighty, folks, listen, I'm going to let you go. It's been pleasant having everybody with me today. I really am hoping that me and JC News Now can meet up in the next couple of days. We're trying to get a plan together. I'm thinking it's going to work out pretty good. If you guys have not subscribed to his channel, please go do so. He puts in a lot of work and he does a really good job, and we appreciate it. Hey, I appreciate you guys, I really do. And this, I'm keeping you live because this walk is, so one thing I can say about Arkansas is, although this town, and these people seem to be packed in here pretty tight. I'll show you. I'm gonna walk over here and just show you, like, I've walked a couple of miles, and these houses are all packed in this tight everywhere I go. They're just up on these hills, and they don't appear to be cutting out any of their trees, so it's hard to see, you know. Drop your link to become a member on my home page. Okay, I'm gonna do that. So I thought I put it in. So I'm not very good with electronics. A lot of you guys know. I'm trying to figure out how to do the gift memberships. Doesn't seem to want to let me. Doesn't seem to want to let me gift memberships right now, so I'll figure that out. I'm supposed to be able to gift some memberships to y'all. The membership link, I'm going to put that in the descriptions and stuff from now on. For those of you who are here right now, or you see this later, becoming a member to my channel is going to get you a few things that are not necessarily offered by YouTube. I'll offer them, you know, from me to you guys. I appreciate you guys. I'll be making some t-shirts and giving the t-shirts away. I got some other curio items that I'll be giving away in the members only section. I do have a, as JC just said, I do have a merch shop. Anything in my merch shop that has the Cancer Sucks design on it, 100% of the proceeds that comes from the sale of those items will go to a young man in Orem, Utah, who just barely, he's got him a little kid and a new wife, and he's suffering from cancer. And so any sales of my Cancer Sucks products, 100% of them proceeds go to him. Any super chats that I receive on any of my reaching out, when I'm out doing outreach, homeless outreach, stuff like that, any proceeds from them will go to helping more homeless folks. Know that I appreciate each and every one of you. Matthew the King, Blanchard Springs Caverns. So we are trying to check some things out while we're here. We are on a limited time schedule. But I know that there was some kind of caverns that was supposed to be on the list. So all right, guys. I am going to let you all go. I really do want to thank each and every one of you from Right on, Matthew. About an hour from me. In what state? Is it in Arkansas or Missouri? Because I don't know that we're going to go any further. I think I will, JC, for sure. I appreciate you. Like I said, I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go. If I go live at all for the rest of the evening, then it's going to be because I am having direct contact with police in some form, whether it be me just observing them at a stop doing a cop watch, or whether they come to me. East, okay. I don't know that we're going to go any further east this trip, but I have plans to be back. To each and every one of you out there, to those who pick up a camera, I want to say thank you. To each of you who've joined and chatted with us and watched this, I want to say thank you. Stay tuned. We are a long ways from home, but we're ready to do it. Sunflower Sky treating you to a Danite Christmas special. Thank you, Brooklyn Miss. I appreciate that. Each and every one of you, y'all be blessed in these holy days. May Grandfather Creator walk with you in a good way. Aho, matakiasan, matakuyayasan.